Your favorite radio station presents a holiday classic.
Attaboy, Clarence.
The 23rd anniversary edition of Christmas on the Radio.
God bless us, everyone.
Now the 2022 edition of Christmas on the Radio with your host, Wyatt Cox.
There is nothing funnier than when Jack Benny goes shopping, and especially when he goes Christmas shopping. He has bought all sorts of stuff for Don Wilson in the past for Christmas. Shoelaces, wallets, gopher traps. And now in this Jack Benny program Christmas episode from December 5th, 1954, he once again harangues that beleaguered store clerk, Mel Blanc, as he buys paints for Don Wilson.
The Jack Benny Program. Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the middle of the Christmas shopping season, and as usual, Jack is going to his favorite department store to purchase gifts for his gang. But before we go Christmas shopping, I'd like to take you to a modest little home in the suburbs of Los Angeles. The home belongs to a department store salesman and his wife. It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mel, wake up! Mel?
What?
You were having a bad dream.
Oh, yeah. That same nightmare. I always have it this time of year, Beatrice.
About that blue-eyed old man that comes to the store for his Christmas shopping?
Yeah. Only this dream was worse. I looked at his hands, and instead of fingers, he had shoelaces. On one hand, the fingernails were plastic tips, and on the other hand was metal tips. Why do I always have to dream about him?
Now, Mel, control yourself. Maybe he won't come into the store this year.
Oh, he'll come. He's been coming in and driving me nuts for over 15 years.
Well, don't worry about it. Maybe he's mellowed. Maybe he'll be kinder now that he's getting old.
He was old 15 years ago.
Look, Mel. Look, you go to the store, and during my lunch hour, I'll come down to your department, and if you've had any trouble, I'll relieve you. Anyway, there's very little chance of seeing him now that you're in the art department.
Yeah, guess that's right, Beatrice. He don't look like the kind of guy who would go in for painting. He ain't the artistic type.
Mr. Benny, you've still got quite a few more names on your Christmas list.
Yeah, I still have to get something from my producer and Miss Livingston now, so you can do your personal shopping.
Thank you. And will it be all right if I charge my things to your account?
Charge it? What happened to the Christmas bonus I gave you?
I lost it.
Lost your bonus? Gambling?
Oh, no. I had a hole in my pocket and it rolled down the sewer.
Now, wait a minute, Rod. Stop making up jokes. I gave you a $25 check for a Christmas bonus.
I know, Mr. Benny, but I can't cash that check until after next Monday.
Why not?
Me and the check are appearing on You Asked For It.
Oh, yes. We'll show 'em. I'll meet you here later, Rochester.
Okay.
Gee, I still haven't gotten anything from Mary. I know what I'll do. I'll buy her a negligee. Now, where's the negligee department? Oh, that must be the floor walker over there, that man in striped trousers and the cutaway coat. Oh, Mister!
Yeah?
Are you the floor walker?
No, I'm a pallbearer, but my handle broke.
Look, I didn't come here for corny conversation. All I want to know is where I can buy a negligee.
On the 3rd floor, but I don't think they have anything in your size.
Now, don't be so smart. It's not for me.
Oh, for your wife?
No, I'm not married.
Don't tell me you got to look that way all by yourself.
Now cut that out. Anyway, I don't need you. I'll find it. And the store is so crowded, I don't think I'll ever finish them. Hey, it looks like my orchestra arranger, Malin Mary. Hi, Malin.
Oh, hello, Jack.
Doing your Christmas shopping, eh?
Yes, I'm getting some gifts for the boys in the band.
Gee, it's a nuisance, isn't it, trying to get...
Hiya, Bud. Long time no see.
Huh? Oh, hello.
So long, Bud. See you around.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Jack, who is that fella?
Oh, he's a racetrack tout. He's always trying to talk me out of everything. I gotta finish my shopping. So long, Malin.
Oh, just a minute, Jack.
Yeah?
I'm having a big party on New Year's Eve.
I know. You've already invited me.
Yes, and I thought that since you've given so many parties, you could help me out a bit. You see, I've already hired a caterer, and I thought you might recommend a good bartender.
Well, now, that's the silliest thing, Mal, spending good money on a bartender. Why don't you get one of the boys in your band? I mean, get Frank Remley. Nobody knows more about drinks than he does.
No, I wouldn't try that again, Jack. He was the bartender at the last party I gave.
Well, what happened?
Well, the first guest to arrive walked up and ordered a scotch and soda.
Uh-huh.
Remley bent down, got the scotch, never came up again.
No kidding. Well, thanks for inviting me anyway. I'll see you New Year's.
Good.
I'll be there.
And, Jack, if you run into Don Wilson, see if you can persuade him to come to the party, too.
Persuade Don Wilson?
Yes, he never wants to go anywhere since he's taking up painting as a hobby.
Painting? As a hobby? Say, I'm glad you mentioned that, Malin. I was worried what to get Don. For Don, you know, last year I got him a box of dates with nuts in them and everything. Now I'll get him some paints. I'm going to the art department. I'll see you later. They sure have everything for the artists here. Where's the salesman? Oh, there he is. Oh, clerk.
Yes, sir. What can I... It's you again.
Huh?
How do you find me every year? You got radar or something?
What are you talking about?
Gee, he doesn't recognize me. Maybe everything's going to be okay.
What are you mumbling about, clerk?
Oh, nothing. What can I do for you, sir?
Well, a friend of mine has taken up painting as a hobby, and I'd like to get him a nice set of paints.
Oh, very good, sir. Now, here's a set that's very popular and reasonable, too. It's only $9.95.
Well, gee, those tubes of paint seem very small.
Well, that's right, sir, but they're the best paints, and in addition to the primary colors, it also contains such exotic colors as vermilion, chartreuse, turquoise, cerise, heliotrope, citron, purple fuchsia, cardinal red, burnt orange, midnight blue, and shocking pink.
Yeah, it has a lot. See, that's a beautiful color right there. That's the most beautiful color I've ever seen. What do you call it?
Money green.
Well, I'll take it. Now, I'd like it gift wrapped.
Yes, sir. I'll be back in a second with it. Gee, he didn't even recognize me. And he didn't give me the least bit of trouble. In fact, he was real sweet. Oh, boy, I'm lucky. Oh, I'll say I'm lucky. This is my lucky day. There, that looks pretty. Well, here you are, sir. That'll be 10 1/4, including tax.
10 1/4? Gee, that seems like a lot to pay for just a few paints. Huh?
Well, not when you consider what you're getting. Most people don't mind paying the extra money for oil paints. They last so much longer than the watercolors.
Oh. You have watercolors, too?
Me and my big stupid mouth. I had to tell him yet. I couldn't let well enough alone. I had to tell him.
Clerk, how much is the watercolor set?
$3.95, but they're not near as nice as these are.
I don't care. I want to see the watercolor set.
Okay. I'll have to climb this ladder to get it. It's on the top shelf. I had to tell him. Wish I could paint red spots on my face so he'd think I had smallpox and he'd go away. I wish I had smallpox. It wouldn't do any good. This guy's lived so long, he must be immune to everything. But it's my own fault. Here's the watercolor set, mister. Look at it.
Say, this looks okay.
But it's only got 5 colors, gray, blue, black, red, and dirty brown.
I don't care. It's $3.95 and I'll take it. Now gift wrap it and I'll be back.
I know you will. I know you will.
Come on. Now, let's see. What else do I have to get? Gee, I still haven't gone to the lingerie department for Mary's gift.
Yes? What can I do for you, young man?
I'd like to buy a Christmas gift for my mother.
Well, a negligee is always a very suitable gift. Now, here's a lovely one that I'm sure would please your mother.
No, she wouldn't like that one. She never wears anything with a low neckline.
Oh, is she modest?
No, she's tattooed.
Well, here's something that might suit your mother more.
Gee, that looks nice. Only I'd like it in a brighter color. You see, my father is always depressed, and bright colors cheer him up.
Oh, well, we have a large selection of colors. But tell me, what size does your mother wear?
Well, gee, I don't know, but she's about as tall as you are.
Oh, does she have my build?
If she did, my father wouldn't need cheering up.
Well, now, how does this one seem?
Oh, that looks about the right size. I think she'll like it very much. Will you wrap it up and charge it, please?
Yes, sir. Now, who shall I charge this to?
To me. My name is Dennis Day.
Dennis Day?
Uh-huh.
The singer?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, gee, Mr. Day, I'm one of your most ardent fans. I buy all your records and everything. Why, when I hear you sing, I just quiver and shake all over.
3 coins in the fountain. There they lie in the fountain. Which one will the fountain...
Mr. Day! I'm not joking. No, I'm really a great admirer of yours.
Oh, well, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Dennis! Oh, Dennis!
Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Benny.
Say, I heard you singing. I was way on the other side of the store, but I thought it was a record.
Maybe that's because I've got a hole in my head. Well, I gotta run along, Mr. Benny. I still have lots of shopping to do.
Same here. So long, kid. Oh, Miss.
Yes, sir?
I'd like to get a gift for a girlfriend.
Well, just a moment, sir. That man at the end of the counter was here first.
Well, that's quite all right. Jingle bells, da-dum-bum-bum.
Oh, there you are, Mr. Benny.
Yeah, Rochester, did you finish your shopping?
Uh-huh. I even got a present for you.
Oh, that's nice. What is it?
Oh, now wait till Christmas.
Oh, come on, tell me, Rochester. You know how I hate waiting. Is it something I can wear?
Uh-huh.
Is it something I'd wear above the waist?
Uh-huh.
A shirt?
Nope.
Is it something I wear above the shoulders?
Uh-huh.
I got it. It's a hat.
No, but it's right under it.
Well, that's a strange gift to give me. Why should you get me that?
Well, I ruined one of your good ones. I threw it in the Bendix and all the curls came out of it.
Well, don't throw it away. Save it in case I ever get the part of an Indian in a picture.
Okay. Are you done with your shopping, Mr. Benny?
Not quite, but you know, I always have trouble getting something for Don Wilson, and this time I think I got him a gift he'll like. A set of paints.
Oh, he should like that, boss. Whenever he sees me, he talks to me about painting. He's really crazy about that hobby.
I know, and I got him a lovely set of watercolors.
Watercolors? Oh, he's way beyond that. For the past few months, he's been painting with nothing but oils.
Oil? Are you sure?
I'm positive.
So Don only uses oil paints. Excuse me, Rochester. I'll see you later.
Darling White, there's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather.
Oh, clerk.
Oh, it's you again. Here's your watercolors, all gift wrapped and everything.
Well, I've changed my mind. I want the oils.
No, this can't be happening to me. I lead a good life. I'm kind to my mother. It can't be happening. It just can't.
Look, control yourself.
Okay, I'm getting calmer. I'll control myself.
Good.
Only, mister, do me a favor and tell me something, will you?
Certainly.
What business are you in?
I'm a comedian.
Well, what's funny about this?
Look, Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not trying to be funny. I just made a simple request. I want the watercolors changed to oils. Now, please gift wrap them, and I'll be back to pick them up later.
December 5th, 1954, Jack Benny, as Christmas on the Radio continues in 1 minute. Brought to you in part by Medishare.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for healthcare, and here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join Medishare and save even more than usual. And it's true, the typical family switching to Medishare saves $500 or more a month, which is obviously huge for a lot of people, but what's more, they like it. Medishare has double the customer satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. There are 400,000 members. They've shared over $4 billion in medical bills, and it really is a great community, too. People encourage and pray for each other. And here's the thing. If you join Medishare Complete right now, they'll waive your new member fees, and you'll save an additional 10% off all of 2023. That's right. No fee to join, 10% off every month of next year, but it's a very limited time offer. You have to sign up before December 31st. Great savings, great health care. Find out more. Call now. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Christmas on the Radio continues now with the conclusion of the Jack Benny program, December 5th, 1954.
Now I've got to go...
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Why, Mr. Kitzel! Well, look who's here, Mr. Kitzel. Hey, how you come along with your Christmas shopping?
Practically finished.
Did you buy some nice presents?
Wonderful, especially for my magnificent mother-in-law.
Oh, your mother-in-law?
Yeah, this year I'm giving to my mother-in-law such a gift. I'm proud I thought of it. A trip to Hawaii.
Why, Mr. Kitzel, what a wonderful thing to give a mother-in-law. A round trip to Hawaii.
Who said anything about a round trip? Well, I better run along. Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Okay, well, Merry Christmas, Mr. Kitzel.
Happy Yuletide to you.
Here you are, sir. And I assure you, it's a lovely gift.
Well, thank you.
And I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And do come back again.
I don't even know if I'm going to leave. You know, you're one of the most attractive salesmen.
Miss, can you please?
Oh, hello, Don.
Well, hi, Jack. Hey, I'll bet I know something you don't know.
What's that?
I ran into Bagby, the piano player, and now I know what the boys in the band are going to give you for Christmas.
What?
Beautiful set of golf clubs.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? I can use a new set. I can hardly wait till Christmas.
Well, you may even get them before Christmas if the paint dries.
Paint? What paint?
Where they scratched off the owner's name.
Well, they should have left the name on. I'd know who not to play with. What characters they are. By the way, Don, how's your wife?
Oh, she's fine now.
Now?
Yeah, just a few weeks ago, she broke out in hives, and her eyes were always watering, and the doctors didn't know what it was until they found out she had an allergy.
Gosh, what was she allergic to?
The oil in oil paints.
No.
Yeah, so now I'm going to have to go back to watercolors.
You use only watercolors now, Don?
That's right.
Excuse me, Don. I've got to go somewhere.
Now, Melville, control yourself.
I can't control myself, Beatrice. I'm going to quit.
Now, Mel, it can't be that bad.
Can't be that bad. Look, in the first place, how he finds me, I'll never know. But first he buys oil paints, then he changes them to watercolors, then back to oils, then watercolors, then oils. He keeps coming back like a boomerang. Me, I'm going to the office right now and quit.
Now, look, Mel, I'll tell you what to do. You go and take a nice long lunch hour and lie down, and I'll take your place at the counter.
Well, okay. Okay, when he comes, that's his package of oil paints right there.
All right.
I'll see you later.
Poor Mel. Gets upset so easily. I can't let him quit now. It'll ruin all our plans. We worked in the store together so long. We met in the store. He even proposed to me in the store. And now we're married.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Well, where's the clerk who's usually here?
Well, he's gone to lunch, but perhaps I can help you.
Well, I'm supposed to have a package of oil paints ready for me.
Yes, sir. Wait a minute. This must be the man who's been driving Mel crazy. Yet it can't be. This guy couldn't bother anybody. He's such a kindly-looking old schnook. Here you are, sir. A package of gift-wrapped oil paints. $10.25, sir.
Look, miss, I changed my mind. I'd like to get a box of watercolors instead.
But, sir, you... All right, I'll gift-wrap the watercolors. The customer's always right. I'll get some watercolors and wrap them, and I'll be right back.
See, while she's gone, I'd better write out a card for Don. Let's see, I want it to be something clever. Oh, I've got it. To Don Wilson. Here's lots of colors for portraits to paint. But don't paint yourself, 'cause that much there ain't. Say, that's cute. And people say I need writers. I'll sign it, Jack Benny. Oh, miss.
Here are your watercolors. Isn't that a pretty package?
Yes, it is. Now, will you please unwrap it and put this card inside?
Unwrap it. Card inside. Mister, I went to a lot of trouble unwrapping the other one and gift wrapping this one. Have a little consideration, will you? Don't be so mean and so selfish.
Well, you're just as bad as that idiot clerk who went to lunch.
Idiot! Listen, you jerk, you're talking about my Melville.
I don't care who I'm talking about. Now unwrap that package and put the card inside.
Oh, no, not me. I know all about you. Melville warned me.
Look, miss.
First you wanted oil paints, then watercolors, then oil paints, then dates with nuts, and then plain dates.
Dates?
Then plastic tips, then metal tips, then plastic tips, then metal dates, then water tips. Then
Look,
dates
miss.
with oil, then plastic water, then shoelaces with nuts.
Look, miss.
Oh, I'm wise to you. You drove my husband crazy, but you're not going to do it to me.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I'll just send Don a card this year.
Well, boss, have you got everything?
Yes, I have.
Say, that's sure a pretty package. It looks so Christmassy with all that red paper.
That's not red paper, that's blood.
Blood?
I never thought she'd punch me in the nose. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, Al Gordon, Hal Goldman, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks.
December 5th, 1954, Jack Benny. I'm Wyatt Cox. You're listening to Christmas on the radio.
Christmas on the Radio continues, now with your host, Wyatt Cox.
For years, Phil Harris was Jack Benny's band leader. And in this episode of the Phil Harris Alice-faye Show, we'll hear Phil and his wife and Elliot-Lewis portraying Frank Remley, the left-handed guitar player who was the butt of so many jokes. In this episode from December 19th, 1948, Phil has promised Santa Claus for his young children.
And now your Rexall family druggist brings you the Phil Harris Alice-faye Show, written by Ray Singer and Dick Chevrolet, with Elliot-Lewis, Walter Tetley, Robert North, Janine Roos, Ann Whitfield, Walter Scharf and his music, our special guest Jack Benny, and starring Alice-faye and Phil Harris. For weeks now, the Harris children, like children all over the world, have been thinking of nothing but Christmas and Santa Claus. They've been on their best behavior, And as we look in, we find Alice complimenting the children on their good deportment.
Now, you've been particularly good, Alice, and I'm sure that Santa Claus will bring you lots of presents.
I hope so, Mommy.
And as for you, honey, you've been just as good as Alice. You've been going to bed early, putting your toys away, and eating all your food. The only thing is, you haven't been drinking all your milk.
Well, I try, but you know how that stuff gags me.
Quiet, Phil. I'm talking to little Phyllis. Oh, where is she? She was here a minute ago.
She went in the den, Mommy. I'll go get her. Phyllis! Phyllis, Mommy wants you to... Phyllis, what are you doing with those crayons? I'm going to draw a picture on the wall. Don't do that. You know we got to be good till Christmas. But I've been good for 3 weeks now. Alice, it's an awful strain. I know. But it's only 5 more days. Don't crack up now. You've been so good for so long. I know. But as Daddy always says, it ain't been easy, Clyde. Alice, have you asked Mommy and Daddy about Santa Claus yet? No, but I will.
Children, what's going on in here?
Yeah, what have you two been doing?
Mommy, Daddy, we want to ask a favor. We'd like to stay up and see Santa Claus when he brings the presents on Christmas Eve.
Well, honey, Santa Claus has a lot of other stops to make, and he might get here very late,
Oh,
and he
can't we, Daddy, please?
Well, okay. Now, you kids continue to behave yourselves, and I promise that you'll see Santa on Christmas Eve. Now, run along and play. Go ahead.
Oh, thanks, Daddy. Gee, I can hardly wait for Christmas Eve.
Now, Phil, why did you promise the children that? Now, if they don't see Santa, they'll be very disappointed.
They'll see him. And just to make sure, I'll dress up like Santa and come down the chimney. They won't be able to tell me from the real one.
Daddy!
Yes, dear?
Don't you dress up and make believe you're Santa like last year. Boy, was that corny.
You know something, Alice? I still can't figure out how they knew that it was me last year. What did I do that was wrong?
Well, for one thing, you were supposed to come in singing Jingle Bells.
I did.
Oh, I know, but those lyrics, I can still hear them. Ham, hocks, and turnip greens, they melt right in your mouth. And candy jams and a hominy grits, and that's what I like about the South. Yeah.
And what's wrong with those lyrics?
That isn't the way we sing it up north.
Well, can I help it if you Yankees don't know the right word? It's what I like about the South. Yeah. Never did it that way in my life. You don't think I can play St. Nick? We'll have to get somebody else to do it.
Yes, but who?
Well, I'll think of somebody if you'll just let me concentrate. Now, if I think hard enough, something will come out.
Good morning, Philip.
For this, I had to concentrate yet?
Hello, Alice. I just dropped
Hey, Willie, wait a minute.
Hmm?
Willie, maybe you can help us. Look, we're trying to think of who we can get to play Santa Claus for the kids on Christmas Eve. Now, we want to get someone who looks and sounds like the real thing.
I know just the man.
Who?
Me. I shall be glad to portray Christopher Kringle.
Christopher. Well, Donner, my Blitzen. Fine Santa Claus you'd make.
I'd make an excellent one. I'm quite an actor, you know. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. I can see myself popping out of the chimney, bounding into the living room and saying, ho, 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 and a Merry Christmas to you, little kiddies. And what do you darlings desire as a Yuletide memento?
Thank you, Tallulah Bankhead. Now, you'll do me a favor. Will you get lost, Index? Go someplace and make a double entry. Check some books. Make some mistakes. Find something.
Well, you don't want me to help you, I won't. No. I have to run along anyway. I have to meet my girlfriend at the taxidermist's.
I hope they did a good job on her. Imagine that little squirt playing Santa Claus. He couldn't impress me if he came in with a bag full of sponsors.
Now, look, Phil, he may be small, but he might be all right. I wonder how he'd look in a fluffy white wig and beard.
Like a short beard. Look, Alice, we got to get somebody who's big and fat and who can come... Hey, wait a minute. I got just the guy, Don Wilson.
Oh, Don would be perfect.
Sure.
I'll call him right now and see if he can come over for Christmas Eve.
Oh, swell, honey. Oh, now the kids won't be disappointed. Santa will show up. You know, there's something wonderful about watching a kid on Christmas, waiting for Santa and listening for those jingle bells. Gee whiz, I hope Don can make it. He's going to be terrific as a Santa. Uh-oh, that must be Frankie.
Hiya, Curly.
Hiya, Frankie. Come on in.
Yeah.
Hey, look pretty good, Waldo. Spangler, what do you got in all them packages?
Christmas presents. Got some things for the kids and Alice. And here's something for you, Curly.
For me? Oh. You got a present for little old curly-headed me?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, Frankie. That's sweet of you. Oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, that's all right, Curly.
But the thought. Oh, Frankie, you know how I appreciate it. It touches me deeply.
If you're going to get sloppy about it, I'll take it. Where's Alice?
Oh, I meant to tell you. She's inside calling Don Wilson. See, the kids want to see Santa Claus on Christmas Eve, so we're asking Don to play it.
Why are you getting Don Wilson to play Santa?
Well, what else am I going to do?
Well, let him stay up and see the real Santa Claus.
Yeah, but I don't know what time he's coming. Can I have that again, Herman?
Yeah. Why don't you let the kids see the real Santa Claus?
You know, you better get some sleep, kid.
So you're another one of those cynics, huh? Wise guy who don't believe.
You do?
Of course. Just because you've never seen him don't mean he's not there. You must realize, Curly, there are some things in life that are inexplicable. There exist certain psychic phenomena that are ethereal and beyond the comprehension of we mere mortals. Don't you agree?
Oh, and indubitably.
Curly, you can take my word for it. The real guy will show up.
Look, will you stop already, Remley? I'm in enough trouble. I'm trying to get a guy, and you're...
All I gotta say is it's a good thing kids have more common sense and faith than some grown-ups, or Christmas wouldn't be much fun. I know that on Christmas Eve, old St. Nick and his reindeer will come flying through the sky.
Yeah. But do you mind if we have somebody stand in case he's grounded by a low fog over Burbank?
All right, scoff if you will. I'll drop over Christmas Eve. Maybe then you'll sing a different tune. Goodbye, infidel.
Poor Remley. He ain't been the same since he switched to buttermilk.
Bill, I called Don, but he can't make it. However, he said he has a lot of actor friends, and he'll send one of them over. He said we'd have to pay the actor $10.
So what? It'll be worth $10 to make the kids happy. Hey, honey, did Don say he could get someone positively? You know, this is very important.
Now, Phil, Don promised, so stop worrying. It's still 5 days till Christmas Eve, and if you keep this up, you'll drive yourself batty.
And for 5 days, Phil worried. Now, as we look in on the Harris home, it's Christmas Eve. Phil is downstairs trimming the tree and impatiently awaiting the arrival of Santa. Alice is upstairs, reassuring the children that he'll be there.
But, Mommy, it's 10 o'clock already and Santa isn't here yet. Gee, Mommy, do you think maybe he isn't coming?
Now, don't fret, girls. Of course he's coming.
December 19th, 1948, Phil Harris and Alice-Faye. Christmas on the Radio continues in just about a minute.
And here's the cinnamon bear.
The oldest known children's Christmas serial in radio history, The Cinnamon Bear, featuring some of the most popular actors in radio history, including Elliot-Lewis, Joseph Kearns, Verna Felton, Lou Merrill, Frank Nelson, Howard McNear, and child actress Barbara Jean Wong. 85 years later, this series of Judy and Jimmy traveling to Maybeland to recover their silver stars still fascinates youngsters of all ages. Now we're offering the entire 26-episode series of The Cinnamon Bear via download for a Buy Me a Coffee donation of $10 or more at classicradio.stream. Support Classic Radio Theater and have The Cinnamon Bear for your family to enjoy for years to come. Go to classicradio.stream and donate $10 or more, and I'll send you a link for immediate download. classicradio.stream. Now Christmas on the Radio and the conclusion of the Phil Harris Alice-Faye Show, December 19th, 1948.
There, that's the last ornament. Hey, gee. Looks pretty good, too. Now if Santa only shows up...
Phil, I was just upstairs with the children. Oh, honey, the tree looks beautiful.
Yeah, ain't it? Hey, Alice, how are the kids? Are they impatient?
Oh, they'll be all right.
Hello. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Frankie.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Hey, Frankie. What do you got there?
Milk and cookies for Santa Claus. I put them on the mantle for him every year.
Milk and cookies?
Yeah. I just put them here over the fireplace. Hey, where are the kids?
Oh, they're upstairs waiting for Santa.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for him, too. When's the guy going to show up? It's after 10 already.
I'll be patient, Curly. He's got a long trip from the North Pole. Besides, his reindeer ain't as young as they used to be.
Oh, keep quiet, will you? I'm paying the guy $10. You'd think he'd get here on time.
This subterfuge is also unnecessary.
Uh-oh, there it is. I bet that's Santa Claus now. I'll let him in.
I'll go with you, honey.
Okay. Well, Merry Christmas, Santa Claus. Hello, Santa Claus. Oh, Merry Christmas, and where's my $10?
Aunt Benny, come on in, Jack.
Hey, Jackson, what are you doing here?
Well, Don Wilson happened to mention that you were in the market for Santa Claus and you were paying $10. So I thought that
Jackson, since when do you have to go around playing Santa Claus for money?
Phil, please, I'm not doing it just for the money. There are other reasons. I mean, I'm doing it because, well, there's, not to mention... Oh, I could go on naming reasons like that all... Oh, hello, Frankie. Merry Christmas.
Huh. Don't Merry Christmas me, you imposter, you. A fine-looking Santa Claus.
I think I look charming.
Charming, he said. Where'd you get that messy red suit? It's got spots all over it.
I rented it. The Santa Claus had it last year was a sloppy eater. Phil, how do you think I look?
Like a bloodshot leopard.
I think you look ridiculous. Get a load of that white beard. Where'd you rent that moth-eaten thing?
Oh, that I didn't rent. I was playing gin rummy with Monty Woolley, and I won it. Of course, if you people don't like me as Santa Claus...
Oh, pay no attention to these two, Jack. I think you make a wonderful Santa Claus, and you're worth what we're paying you. Phil, give Jack the $10.
Okay. Here you are, Jackson.
Thanks.
Little Phyllis will get a kick out of this. I'll go call Little Phyllis, and Jack, try to convince her you're really Santa Claus, huh?
Little Phyllis? Phil, I thought I was doing this for your benefit. I mean, if it's for Little Phyllis, I wouldn't think of taking money.
No, it's okay, Jackson. A deal's a deal.
Phil, please don't embarrass me.
But Jackson...
Look, it's for the kid. I wouldn't think of taking the $10.
Well, if you insist...
$7.50 is plenty. What kind of a heel do you think I am? Now, Phil...
It's mighty sweet of you, Jackson, to play Santa Claus for my two kids.
Two kids? Yeah. See, $7.50 each. Nah, I can't take it. I can't take any money at all for this. Tell you what, Phil, if you wanna, you can buy me a little something for Christmas.
Like what?
Anything that Alice can afford. I don't care.
Okay, but now look, Jackson, it's up to you to make the kids think that you're Santa.
This impersonation is preposterous. Santa Claus won't like this. Besides, you'll never be able to fool the kids.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, wait a minute now, Jackson. It'd be awful if you don't. If there was only some kid we could try it out on just to see if we can't...
Hey, where are you? I brought something for you.
Uh-oh, that's Julius. Hey, everybody, that's Julius. That's just the kid we need. Come on in here, Julius. Right in here. We're in here. Now, look, if you can fool him, Jackson, you can fool any kid.
Don't worry, Phil. I'll just sit in this chair and you watch his reaction when he sees me.
Okay, Dad. I certainly hope...
Mr. Harris, I come up. Hey, Mr. Harris, don't you feel a little chilly?
No, why?
You left your red flannels lying on the chair.
I'm not red flannels. Don't you recognize me, Sonny?
You look familiar.
Well, I'll give you a hint. I'm that jolly old man with a white beard.
Well, if it ain't Gabby Hayes.
Julius, he ain't Gabby Hayes. What's the matter with you? Don't you recognize Santa Claus when you see him?
This is Santa Claus?
That's right, son. I'm old Saint Nick, Gabby
You
Nick.
can't do this to us little kids. In the name of juvenile humanity, I protest this flagrant disregard.
Oh, shut up! Now,
sit in my lap and tell me what you want for Christmas, or I'll break every bone in your precious little body. Gabby Hayes.
Get away from me, you imposter, you! You're nothing but a fake.
I am not.
Oh, no? What would I find if I lifted up that white wig?
A brown one.
I thought so. Wait till I see the real Santa tonight. He ain't gonna like it when I tell him he's being impersonated by some bald-headed schnook.
There goes a cute little child. He has all the charm of live bait.
I told you you can't fool kids.
Oh, kids. You can't class him as a kid. He's a wise guy. Besides, he's older than my kids, and when the girls come down, they won't know the difference. Jackson looks old enough to be...
Come on, children. He's right in here. Well, there he is.
Gee, Santa Claus. Hello, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas and hello again. This is Santa Claus talking. Come here, children, and tell me how you like old Santa.
We like you fine, Santa. You're just like we pictured you. Yes, but, Santa,
What is it, my child?
you look awfully old.
Ho, ho, ho. I am, little girl. After all, I'm Santa Claus, and I lived for hundreds and hundreds of years.
How old are you?
39. Well, old Santa has to be going now. Here are your toys, girls.
Thank you, Santa. Yeah, thanks.
Well, I'll be seeing you next year. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Up Dancer, up Prancer, up Donner and Blitzen. Ho, 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 and away.
The big ham.
Well, children, what did you think of Santa Claus?
I liked him, but I was a little disappointed.
Why?
I expected him to take out his violin and play Love and Blue.
You mean you kids knew it was Mr. Benny?
Sure, but we didn't want to say anything and hurt his feelings. Daddy, when is the real Santa coming?
Well, you see, honey,
He'll be here soon, kid.
Oh, thank you. Look, kids, he may get here too late. So I'll tell you what, I'll tell you a Christmas story, and then you run off to bed, huh?
Well, all right, Daddy. But we wanted so much to see him.
I know you did, and maybe you'll see him next year. Now, look, sit on my lap, and I'll tell you a beautiful Christmas story. You ready? 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. I thought I heard sleigh bells. No. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced through their heads. Alice, what are those bells? What's that? Shh. Quiet, Curly.
Look in the fireplace. It's Santa Claus. The real one.
But Merry Christmas, Santa.
Frankie, who are you talking to? I don't see anybody.
The kids do. Look out.
Gee, Santa, we knew you'd come. They couldn't fool us with any make-believe Santa Claus. We were waiting just for you. Oh, sure, we've been very good girls. Oh, what a lovely dollhouse. Thank you. And all these things are for me. Can I open them now? All right, Santa, we'll wait till morning. Thank you very much. And a Merry Christmas to you too, Santa. Of course, we'll tell them. Merry Christmas and goodbye, Santa Claus.
I told you he'd show up, Curly.
But Frankie, I don't get it. I heard it, but But I didn't see him.
Of course you didn't. He sure is a nice-looking old gent.
Alice, did you see him?
I'm not sure, Phil. I almost thought I saw him standing by the fireplace.
But Alice, how could it be? If he was standing there by...
Phil, what are you staring at?
The mantel. Alice. The milk. And cookies. They're gone.
The first Noel, the angels did
Phyllis, Alice. Look, children, Santa said something to you, and you said, yes, we'll tell him. What did he say?
He told us to be sure and wish you and Mommy a Merry Christmas.
Now, wasn't that sweet of him? Now, girls, you're all tucked in, you've seen Santa, and you have everything you want. So go right to sleep. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, babies.
Daddy,
Yes, dear?
can I have a drink of water?
Go to sleep.
Phil Harris and Alice-Faye, December 19th, 1948. Thank you for tuning in for Christmas on the Radio here on your favorite station. Thank your station and their advertisers. We greatly appreciate them making this show possible. I have a web page where you can learn more about classic radio collecting. It's at classicradio.stream. On many of these stations, we have another hour of Christmas on the Radio straight ahead. If your station leaves us at this time, please accept our warmest wishes for a very Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous 2023.